Hey guys, Brian and Jeff with Wrenches and Rides, and today we are expanding our upgrades on our Can-Am X3 XRS with some made in the USA 6061 aircraft grade aluminum turret tie rods. These are badass.
By Assualt Industries.
Yeah, Assualt Industries makes these. These are absolutely badass, and we are replacing weak parts in the Can-Am as it's an awesome machine, right? Low center of gravity machine, light, fast, quick, looks awesome.
But put together somewhat cheap at times.
Paper thin metal everywhere to get that light weight. And in some cases, they have rubber joints in them that are less than desirable.
I mean, they're fine when they're new, but
after
the more miles you get on them, they're just gonna wear out.
So what we're putting on is a off-road style Heim joint, and what we're replacing is basically a ball with rubber in the middle to hold it where it's at. Yeah. It's fairly sloppy. So these are going to be much more rigid than what we're putting or what we're taking off. This is just a thin steel tube. Obviously, if you're doing this, maybe you'd want to think of putting some A-arms on also, because the lower A-arm is a little bit of a weak spot, but that's coming.
Yes.
That's coming. So in this case, let's come in, let's bring the camera in a little bit closer, let's show you this, and we already have one off, obviously. We're going to show you how to install them, and we're going to show you what we're doing to keep our alignment very close so that we can hit the road if we want to, or make slight adjustments afterwards, but not worry about it too much. So let's come in and take a look. So basically here, the factory is just thin steel again, and you got your threaded ends, and your rods just held in. You can see it's just rubber mounted. Inside, you can actually feel, we have very few miles on this machine, and it's a little weak as it is. The Assualt Industries is a solid piece of billet, and then your Heim at the end goes in place, if I could get them right. And it gives you a lot easier, stronger joint here. And we have full adjustability. Now what we did to get our alignment right was just crack the nut on the steering end, just so that it's in the same place.
Once it's loose, leave it there and take your tie rod away from it. That way you're not altering the measurement of the factory spec. Then take your factory tie rod, line it up. I use the bolt, run it through both of them, and give yourself that same measurement overall.
So we're using the end of the bench.
And we're gonna line it up. Try to keep it as close to a 90 degree as possible with your bolt, and the tie rods should get you back into the spec that it came from the factory.
This is a fairly new machine, being in 2019, so we did not see any movement on the steering rack side. I'm not sure if that bolt's solid in there or if it too can rotate slightly. It should rotate a little bit, right?
Yes.
But we didn't have an issue with that. We did have to remove the sway bar end links to get at the 21 or 22 millimeter bolt that's up there that locks it in place. So we're just snugging it up, dropping the ends in place, sliding it back into where the factory mounting position was. Cake. This is a simple bolt. Drop the bolt through, use the factory nut, and then below that is going to be cotter pin, and it's not a castle nut. This is pretty simple.
One would think there'd be a castle nut there, but
again, lightweight. Make it simple, cheap. We are going to use our handy metric adjustable wrench to get in place. Line me up.
Right there.
Okay, we'll hold it. And we'll adjust our jam nuts so they're tight.
Okay. Nope. On that one, you're going to want it right there.
So for Assualt Industries, they supplied you a new one. It was now 24 millimeter. The factory is 22 up top. Which this one we're gonna have to fight with a little bit. It is tight up here.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it. We have it in. All we have to do is complete the other side. So as you can see, the other side was really quick. Even though we sped up the video, what did it take us? 5 minutes?
I mean, it's all to all, it's a 20-minute job.
Total.
Start to finish.
Start to finish. And that's figuring everything out, putting it back together. Now we have this apart. We're gonna, obviously, if you were working with this, lower the machine down, do your measurements front to back, make sure you got your alignment within specs, make sure your wheel's straight, drive it around. You can make adjustments while it's on the machine.
Yeah.
Very simple to do. This is an awesome upgrade if you're looking at something to get some more aluminum in, get a little bit more strength, get a little more stiffness and precision in that steering.
Exactly. You're going to take care of some of that bump steer.
Get rid of this stuff that I think this would make a better instrument.
It looks good. It's just not functional.
So check that out. Get this stuff done. Follow us for more Can-Am upgrades, and we have a Polaris Turbo S that's sitting right there. That's next on the list. We're going to have some fun with these, so make sure you subscribe. Thanks for your time, guys. Have a great day.